Peace and clarity, everyone. Well, this will be a very different video. Welcome to episode 4, Erthn Vsl, in the process of time. Welcome to the protection episode. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Just in the process of time. Erthn Vsl, in the process of time. That's what we are in. And we're learning how to maintain a harvest. It's one thing to grow it, but there's also a level of maintenance that is required in this environment. We live in a canopy. We're in their home. Their squirrels live above my garden. And that means when they wake up in the morning and they want a bite to eat or they want something to drink, they don't have to go all the way down to Kroger. Not Kroger, to Kroger's. They don't have to go to Kroger's. They can just come to our garden. So we've got to manage that and consecrate some of this food for our consumption. And that's what this episode is going to be about. This video evolved into a garden trellis construction video. But not just any garden trellis video, but one that protects what's being grown. A garden, I believe, is an ordained effort. There are some realities that come with a garden. And one of those realities I'll talk about today. This is the grocery store that feeds squirrels. I think I have found what it is that I do really, really well. I am a master gardener who feeds squirrels really, really good. We are feeding the hungry. That's for sure. We are feeding the hungry. Like, my tomato plants are the best tomato plants in the world. How do I know? Check out the squirrel enjoying my purple calabash. Yeah, you can't tell me my groceries, my tomato plants don't taste good. Can't tell me that. I have a witness. I have a real witness. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. Is it good? Yeah, they just moved and kept eating. So, yeah, that means that we make good groceries. We make good. He's eating the whole thing. Now, this video evolved into this. Peace and clarity, everyone. Well, by now you've seen the squirrel video, and you are now witnessing part of the response, because I still have to enclose the top, but this is the concept that we're working with. And I remember saying, oh, I'm gonna figure out how to trellis. No. Right now, I gotta figure out how to protect the food that we're growing. As you can see, that's a Malabar spinach vine, but it's missing the big leaves. Just like these plants are missing everything. Just like the tomatoes are completely gone, except for half of a black crumb right there. So at this point, all other videos have taken a pause, and we have to figure out how to protect the food we grow from all, I guess the word isn't protect. I think it's consecrate. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. I'm designating these for our consumption. And the other, we'll negotiate, but consecration, that's what we gotta have some food that makes it inside of our system. So that's what this was gonna be, a trellis, but now it's more of a trellis / container. A consecrated area where we harvest the food and not the squirrels. We have it fully enclosed, and hopefully this will protect our food from the squirrels. Wasn't the episode I was planning on releasing, but it's one in between the next one. So I'm gonna hit the time-lapse button.
Same old world, different day. That's the way sorrow plays with my mind, plays with my mind, my mind. The only relief that I get is when love wipes my eyes, love wipes my eyes, my eyes.
Peace and clarity, everyone. So we have gotten to the halfway mark, and I realized I ran out of wood. My calculations were wrong. Not only were they wrong, but the length, I don't know how I missed this. But I gotta go get a few more pieces of wood, and then we'll be able to finish this hopefully today, Lord willing. All right. See you on the other side of the time lapse.
Life is blue, but it's blue the way that the sun lights up the sky. Yeah, lights up the sky. The only bad day that you'll have is the day that you're born, or the day that you die. The day that you die, you die. I'm talking about same old world, different day. 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 I'm talking same old world, different day. That's the way sorrow plays with my mind, plays with my mind. I walk that walk, talk that talk. I wear that mask, the one that grins and lies. You know it, the one smiles and lies. I live, I learn, I teach, I'm taught, and sometimes I cry. I have to cry, 'cause I'm talking about same old world, different day. Same old world, different day. That's the way sorrow plays with my mind, plays with my mind. Talking about same old world, different day. That's the way sorrow plays with my mind. Sorrow keeps putting these scales on my eyes. They call them tears, but sometimes they lie. But love keeps wiping my view, so I can see a new day coming through. And with faith I can see a way to a brighter day.
Chewed my tomato plants and my Malabar spinach plants, and I had to try to save what tomatoes I had left. Well, I have plenty of tomatoes in the greenhouse, doubles of these genetics, but the squirrels chewed back all of my Malabar spinach plants. Are supposed to be like this one so far with the leaves on it, but they stripped the leaves off and they chewed these down to a nub, and they totally took out all of my tomatoes plants. So this was in an effort, what was going to be a cosmetic build evolved into this. What should have been more of a cosmetic build has evolved into this, which is more of a protecting cage, sanctuary. I think that's the word I would try to use for these fruit and these vegetables. And now I have an idea of how I'll try to trellis this somewhat, because now I have a more defined space with room for some sort of canopy and walk under, which these vining cucumbers and pumpkins and cantaloupes will have some sort of area to either go vertical or somewhat vertical. I don't know. But yeah, this is what took place of the content for episode 4. It's the building of these protectors from the canopy, where all of the squirrels look down on our garden and have chosen these beds as their food source. I'm assuming that this will be next. If they cannot get the tomato plants there, the next resort would be these two. So I do believe these Paul Robeson tomatoes, which are really pushing, are gonna be protected next. I'm wondering if they get to a certain size, do they thwart that effort from the squirrels? I don't know. They tried to nibble on this one. They did. As a matter of fact, they did some of the work for me. But yeah, this was not the idea I had for this episode. I really was gonna only talk about the tea, and we did pluck the tea. I'm excited about these potato slips. I think they're getting ready. And the potato bags are booming. The conversation originally was about the tea plants. So we plucked two times. And I think that was the first flush, the pre-rain flush of the spring, because the rain has begun. And yeah, to protect the tomatoes and the spinach and the yard-long beans we have growing in here. Yeah, they took out my whole row of tomatoes. Only thing that's left is half of a black creme right here. Yeah, that's all that's left of that black creme. Half, and it's got room to grow. Still got leaves, so maybe the vigor is taken out of it. I don't know. But we're gonna patiently wait, and I'll fill in these once I figure out how I get in these cages. Because the instinct wasn't for me to figure out how to get in immediately. My main thought was how to keep the squirrels out. And so that's what we've come up with for now. So it's not all vegetables and fruit. You have to play defense out here in the garden. Major defense. Yeah. So, episode 4. Erthn Vsl, in the process of time. Thanks for stopping by.